look directly into the light. Bring your face forward until it is almost touching the screen. When the countdown reaches 0, close your eyes. Keep them closed until you receive further instructions. The experiment will now begin. The U.S. Marines have a term for your physical and mental state during life and death situations. Moments in which your subconscious will choose between fight or flight. They call it condition black, the color code for you're about to die. In condition black, your gross motor skills are the highest they'll ever be. You are capable of immense feats of physical strength and speed. Your legs will be rockets. Your fists will be made from dynamite. And your body's full physical potential will be made available to you instantly. At the same time, blood flow to your brain will be restricted. Your perception will become radically distorted. Your vision will narrow into a tunnel shape directly in front of you, cutting out anything to either side, above or below. Your hearing will fail almost completely. And you're likely to piss or shit yourself as your body gets rid of what it doesn't need. When life and death meant fighting a woolly mammoth, this was fine. But when it involves you tackling the ocean or the mountains at high speed, it's not. Here, it's your ability to read every nuance in the environment around you that will keep you alive. The more your senses shut down, the more likely you are to die. The aim of this experiment is to increase your chances of survival by enhancing your sensory perception during condition black. It's designed to help your brain acclimatize through simulation, in the same way you would prepare your body for altitude. To do this, first we must alter your brainwaves. We need to take you from an alert and awake state to one that your brain would typically associate with panic, fear, and terror. The human brain has several basic states. In sleep, delta waves pulse around 3 times a second. When you're relaxing, alpha waves pulse around 10 times a second. And during mental or physical tasks, beta waves pulse around 15 times a second. For nearly 50 years, beta waves were believed to be the fastest. But then a couple of fucked up neurobiologists implanted electrodes in the visual cortex of awake and anesthetized monkeys and found gamma waves. Pulsing between 25 and 100 times a second, these waves sweep from the front of the brain to the back, finding and interpreting all the data they can to enable you to respond at an immense speed. And it's gamma waves that you produce during condition black. Thanks to the pioneering work of American roboticist William Gray Walter, this gamma state is where your brain is heading right now. In 1956, Walter published the results from thousands of studies demonstrating how the human brain could be made to fire at different speeds and enter new states by stimulating it with sound and light. By starting with a pulse of sound or light that matched the rhythm of the brain you wanted to influence, and then gradually changing the speed of these pulses, you could get the brain to follow. The human mind was now no more than a dog on a lead. Science could move it from one state to another at will. It could temporarily transform a neurotic brain into one that looked like a Tibetan monk's. Today, this process is known as entrainment, and it's what we are doing to you right now. Since the experiment began, we have been playing 2 different frequencies into your ears. While one has stayed constant at 70 Hz, the other has climbed from 84 to 100. Played on their own, they sound like static. But played together, the brain interprets the difference between them as a binaural beat, ideal for entrainment. Despite the fact it's no more real than a dream, this beat is now guiding your brain to the gamma state necessary for your conditioned black simulation. If you are feeling nauseous, anxious, or like you have a headache coming on, this is to be expected. Entrainment is normally used to relax people by decreasing their brain activity, not fuck with them by turning it up. You are now the unanesthetized monkey. Time for your experiment. Slowly open your eyes. In front of you, you will see a tunnel of light. Keep your eyes focused on its center. A black dot in the middle of the screen will help you. Over the next 10 minutes, colored shapes will appear in your peripheral vision. At first, they will be easy to see, like this. But they will become increasingly difficult, like this. All you need to do is spot them. Every time you see a shape, it will be accompanied by a sound, like this. These too will become harder to hear as the experiment progresses. Again, all you need to do is hear them. By consciously focusing on the slightest fragments of sound and the outer limits of your peripheral vision during the simulation, these tasks are designed to combat the tunnel vision and hearing loss that can kill you in real life. Together, they will train your mind to associate the gamma brainwaves you experience during conditioned black with enhanced sensory perception, increasing your chances of survival. They exercise your senses like you would exercise a muscle. Remember to keep your face close to the screen. This is not a test. There are no scores, and cheating may reduce your life expectancy. When you can no longer see anything other than the tunnel and hear anything other than the beat, your experiment is over.